I want you to consider your own life as you go through your own tragedies, as you go through your own situations, and you're in the midst of that battle, in the midst of your hurt, in the midst of your pain, in the midst of your problems, in the midst of all that the world has slammed in your face. And nobody around you seems to be able to help you. The question is, how will it end? I've faced it, and Deborah, I know you faced it a few years before I did. Many of you have faced it. The death of our loved ones. It almost seems like the world, you're in it by yourself. People come and say stuff to you, but guess what? It don't mean anything. You're there, and it's like white noise going on in your head. You know they have compassion, but they can't touch your hurt. You know they want to help, but everything they say seems to be sticking you deeper and deeper. People used to walk up to me, and I almost detest these words now when someone dies. I'm sorry for your loss. Those words are the worst words that you could ever say to me after a couple of days. Sorry for your loss. Quit sticking me. Quit daggering me. Quit sticking it in and eviscerating me, turning the sword. Say something else. Find something else. But sometimes you're in a place by yourself, and I don't care how many well-meaning folk come around, they can't seem to help you. So how will this end? Let me just talk briefly. See, this fifth Sunday, we done been working hard, so I don't tend to be here long. Y'all say thank you, Jesus. Thank you. All right, now y'all gonna act right there. In chapter 1, here we have a man doing well. All of the known society looked and saw the blessings of the Lord on his life. This man, highly blessed and favored, had 7,000 sheep. The man was R-I-C-H. He had 3,000 camels. The man had Cadillacs, but that's what a camel was. He was a desert Cadillac. You rode smooth and easy across the desert. Long gas mileage, but didn't have to get much water. He stored his own water. Tank was full. 500, notice this, yoke of oxen. When you yoke up oxen, you got two. So there's 1,000 oxen and 500 female donkeys. Now you got to look at this stuff and kind of pay attention. 500 female donkeys. Now you know good well any good farmer know you don't just have hens, you got to have a few roosters around. So you have 500 female donkeys, so you got to have something to service those female donkeys. And one donkey male can't take care of 500 females. Too much trouble. You got to have a number of male donkeys. Then he had 7 sons and 3 daughters, and then he had servants in his household. The man had it going on. He had it. He had possessions, and he was wealthy, and he was happy, and he was satisfied, and God was blessing him. So blessed that his sons would pick different days. When my birthday comes, I'm having a party. That's what I do every year. I party every year my birthday comes. And I invite folk to come over, my family, you all there, some of you church folk come. I don't ask nobody to bring no gift because it ain't about that for me. I ain't bothering you and your gifts, I'm just talking about me. I have done this for years. I like to cook on my birthday, and then my family come around and I feed them. Eat all you want. And whatever you don't eat, carry the rest with you, because I don't want that stuff left in my house. Amen. So this is how his sons were doing. Every time one had a birthday on their particular day, they threw a party. And they would get together and drink wine. Now, wine doesn't always have to be the bad stuff we think about. Sometimes you have to check the words out. It could be new wine, it could be fresh wine, it could be that intoxicating wine. But they were drinking. Whatever they were drinking. And so it had to be some of that bad stuff mixed in, because he wouldn't say Job was somewhere fasting and praying and offering sacrifices encased. Some of them drank a little bit too much. And the Bible said Job did this on a regularity. So Job's mind was always on righteousness. I know I got kids, and they may not be where I am right now, but I want to make sure they get where I am, so I'm going to pray for them while they're playing spades. They know what I'm talking about. I'm picking on them now. So this is the scenario around Job's house. Now, all of a sudden, listen, 6 through 12, Satan is attacking Job in a direct and an indirect manner. While all was going well on the earth for Job, there was a spiritual confrontation going on in the spirit world. When you got plenty of money in your bank, when all your friends are saying nice stuff about you, and nobody's publicly saying they're angry with you, don't you think you have it made? Because while all of that good stuff was going on in the earth, there was an enemy of Job who couldn't attack him on the earth because God's blessings were in his life. He snuck up to the throne room of glory and accused Job before God. Every time something bad happens to you, don't think that you have necessarily sinned or done something wrong. There is something, and we won't go into it, called the theodicy of evil. Why do bad things happen to good people? How is it that you can be living totally holy, not bothering anybody doing anything, and the enemy pick you out to be picked on? See, the enemy doesn't always go after like the lion, tiger, and bear does, go after the weak one. The enemy wants the strong one. Because if he can bring you down, he can bring more church folk down. So I want you to get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. The enemy wants to attack the strongest one in the group. Didn't Jesus say, if the shepherd is smited, the sheep will scatter? That's what the enemy wants to do. So while Job was strong in the earth and his friends were saying, he's blessed by God, he's God's favorite child, God got his hands on him, the enemy had a plot going on. So listen, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan, we're not going to go into who the sons of God are right now, I just want you to get the story. And Satan also came among them. So whenever, even in the church house, the enemy shows up. While you shouting and praising God, the enemy is sometimes shouting right beside you. Sometimes clapping hands, patting his feet, calling glory, wave your hand, act like you just don't care. He acts the same way you do. So he shows up also for the congregation. And the Lord said to Satan, why have you come? And where did you come from? He said, I'm walking up and down the road, looking to and fro. I want to find somebody that I can agitate and aggravate. See, sometimes the enemy is looking for you just to aggravate you and upset your apple cart. Everything's going well, you living holy, you coming to church, you paying your tithes, giving your offering, your car working well, your refrigerator, the dog and the cat not fighting, everything's happy in your house. Satan sees that. You come to church and testify. Thank the Lord this morning for being here. God's been mighty good to me. My dog and my cat get along. I'm so sanctified. In my house, the cat lay on the dog lay on the cat. The canary got out of the cage, and the cat put her back in there without eating. Oh, you got it going on. But Satan hears your testimony. And then the Lord said to Satan, have you considered my servant Job? He is upright. And your King James Version says he is sure, or he shuns evil. He does not want to deal with anything evil. And so the enemy said, well, you got a hedge built around him. Some of y'all ought to thank God for that right there, because you got a hedge built all around you. God has got, you're protected, and it's all in his hand. Satan sees that. And sometimes when God protects us on every hand, you know how we as Christians get sometimes look cocky. We'll look at other Christians who may not have it. See, they might be in Job chapter 17. They may be suffering. But God knows they're suffering. You might be in Job chapter number 1. Where nothing's wrong in your life yet. But you just keep on living. You're going to have to go through Job 17 to get to 42. So don't get it twisted. Don't get an attitude like you're God's favorite child when nothing happened. All of us, each of us is God's favorite child. Jesus died for each and every one of us. And if you know who Jesus is, and if you have accepted him as your personal Savior, and you're having trouble in your life, just wait a while. Like they said, if you hadn't had the rain in your life, wait a while. If you're having a storm going on in your life, if you love Jesus, just stay in the storm. Stay there until the clouds have emptied themselves, because when the clouds finish, the sun is still shining in your life. Don't give up. So he said, we got this hedge built around him, and I can't do nothing to him. I can't touch him, but But God said, okay, stretch out your hand now. You can touch anything he owns. And that'll let you know stuff ought not to be more important to us than the life we live for Christ. Your house, your car, your spouse, your children, your job, whatever it is that you possess should not be more than who possesses you. Because all of us can lose stuff. You can have an accident in that car that you just washed and waxed and just armor all the time can be in the junk pile on tomorrow. So you got to understand that this thing is about your relationship with Jesus and not about the stuff that you own. Y'all ladies ought to know that. Excuse me now, y'all ladies, but all that pretty hair you born with, you got me? All that pretty hair you born with, what you got on your head now? Excuse me, I'm just saying, think about it. Just think about it. And we young men, when we were 17 and 18, we walked around, we take our shirt off and show you the six pack. We walk around with our shirts off. You asked us to take them off now. We be breathing in so tight. I saw a commercial once on Facebook, man sitting at the table at the beach with his wife. And all these pretty girls walking by them string bikinis. Tight. Firm. The man was sitting there and he was looking. When the girls walked by, he was tired of holding it. He let it go and everything. Boom. Knocked everything. Man, it got boom. Knocked everything on the floor. So don't get messed up. It's not about what you have or how you look. It's about whose you are. And so Satan said, the Lord said to Satan, behold, all that he has is in your power. Sometimes the stuff you have, God will allow the enemy to touch it. Not because he's a mean God, but because he trusts you. And I want you to understand through the story that I'm going to tell you, God trusts you, but sometimes you fail in the middle of all that God is waiting to see you come out on the other side. And I want people to understand that God is for you. He is not against you. He's not mad with you. And he allows things to happen in your life because God's trying to prove a point to Satan that you're better than what Satan thinks you are. Please, in my James Brown voice, please don't quit in the middle of a battle. Because if you faint in the day of adversity, the Bible says your strength is small. And God is attesting to the fact that Job's strength is strong. He is upright. He's righteous. He hates evil. And he don't want to do any evil. He don't tend to do any. But the enemy is going to attack the very one whom God is bragging on. My question is, God bragging on you? Has God told the enemy you can make it? Has God told the enemy, I don't care what you do to him, he or her, they are going to stand for righteousness. I don't care what they have to go through. God's got people like that sitting in here right now. You have faced it. You have faced all kinds of tragedy in your life, but yet you still stand. And God has some in here who are in the making. Some of y'all being baked right now. Oh, he done seasoned you. He's got his pepper, his salt, and he's got you in the oven. The heat is on, and you are hollering and screaming and crying, but you have made up your mind. All the days of my appointed time, I'm going to wait in the midst of all my trouble, my trial, and my tribulations. I'm going to wait until my change comes. I can't do nothing about it. But the God whom I serve is able. So you end up calamity strikes. 13 through 19. Job sitting home, relaxed, counting up his money. How many camels are pregnant? How many new ones we gonna get? How many female donkeys are gonna have little donkeys next year? All of that means more cash, more money, more ability, more prosperity. How many? And the numbers are rolling in. But then something else happened. His servant servants start coming in. Somebody stole all your sheep, or the fire came down. And listen to the mentality they had. That anything that happened that was out of the ordinary they couldn't explain, they say God did it. And sometimes we have that mentality now, we need to get rid of it. A fire came down from heaven, from God, and destroyed the sheep. God didn't do it. We just read that God says, stretch out your hand, Satan. You can touch all of his possessions, but you can't touch his life. So they said the mentality they had before they understood the Abrahamic covenant, and God as we understand him today, they said, God sent a fire down from heaven. How many of us say God put that sickness on you to get your attention? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. The only one that God allowed that stuff to come on to for destruction is your enemy. Whenever sickness touches you, it's because of one or two, maybe three reasons. Maybe you didn't do right. Amen. I mean, like you went outdoors, you know, it was freezing cold, and you were sweating real bad, you took your shirt and your shoes off, and you walked out there and stayed in the house, and you got sick. Maybe God's bragging on you, tell the enemy, I don't care what you say, they will serve me until the day they die. Amen. Or maybe it's the enemy himself who's trying to take you out. But God doesn't do that to the saints. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth continuously, brings them out of them all. You and I need to understand, whatever you're in now, God's going to bring you out. Amen. A year ago, I was wondering, could I even live beyond what I was going through? A year ago, I was so depressed, I made myself sick. I mean, S-I-C-K. I didn't even know how sick I was. And I could not get a handle on it. But look at me today. I am alive and I'm well. And God is on my side. All the days that I had to cry every day for a month and a half. Cry, because I could not get a handle on it. But I'm talking about a righteous man. Talking about a man who lived holy and lived right. Then a person in here can say that pastor made a move or pass at me. There ain't nobody in the world can say that. Amen. I made a pass at Ernestine all the time. Hey! Hallelujah. I made passes at her all the time. Yes, sir. But I told her all my business come to 2705 Grand Drive. But God allowed what happened to happen, but it didn't do it for my destruction. But I don't understand all of why it happened. But one of these days, I'm going to understand the full story. And I'm like Job, all the days of my appointed time, I'm going to wait right here in Jesus until my change comes. And then there's a song that says we'll understand it better by and by. So after a while, you understand that a while. It may not come when you want it, but if we stay right there with God, he'll fix it for us after a while. It's all in his hand. Brother Chester said he's a battle axe. So when you don't know how to fight, when you don't know how to pray like you ought to pray, the Holy Spirit in you, through groans that cannot be uttered. And I ain't talking about tongue talking, because you can't utter something down on the inside. Hey, working till it manifests itself on the outside, brings about a change in your life. I told you we misrepresent Romans, around 8:28 all the time, when he says that, but we don't know how to pray like we ought to. Holy Spirit makes intercession for us with groanings. Watch this. That cannot. We fail. That cannot be uttered. Your mouth can't say. It's a conversation between God and the Spirit that rises up in you and touches God, and you can't say nothing about it. Matter of fact, you're not in the conversation. You've already said everything you can say, and it didn't work. Your just a minute. Calamity strikes. And trouble comes. So let me do this quickly. So calamity strikes. Chapter 2. His friends, his 3 boom coons, his aces, his ride or die buddies come by the scene. They all sat, watch this, and cried with him for 7 days. That's why sometimes I kept my blinds closed so there. That's why sometimes when I went out, I tried to go out when I wouldn't meet nobody that I knew because I couldn't help myself. And I didn't want nobody coming to me telling me, I'm sorry for your loss. That didn't help me. That made me cry more. I see people at Walmart. I turn around and walk right away. I don't want to hear that junk. I'm already sorry enough myself. I don't need you telling me that. He looked at him one time and said, miserable comforters are you. Find something better to say when somebody's going through tragedy. Chapter 3, Job can't take it no longer. He opens his mouth and he begins to curse. I didn't say cuss, but curse the day that he was born. And then in verse 25, 26, he said, the thing that I have greatly feared. This is one of his problems. See, while you trust in God, don't sit back and look forward at what may happen to you. Don't ruin your day worrying about what might happen to you tomorrow. That which I'm sitting here, I was doing fine. And that tells me the whole while he was being blessed. He was saying, Lord, I hope that don't happen to me down the road. I hope nobody will steal my stuff. Lord, what I'm going to do if my stuff gets stolen? Quit talking like that. That which I have greatly feared has happened to me. He'd already planned it out in his mind how bad things are going to happen to him. Lord have mercy. Already planned it out. Now, when my wife was dying, I would not accept that death at all. She was trying to tell me, and I wasn't expecting her. I was fighting her. I did tell y'all, if she come out, it's going to take a miracle of biblical proportion. And I was hoping you would get the message that I was really in a fight. Now, me and that girl was battling for our lives. But I didn't sit back and try to figure out everything. She had to tell me what to do at the funeral, because I wasn't going to figure. I was figuring over a living. But Job was wondering about what's going to happen when my stuff is gone. I worried about what's going to happen when my stuff is gone, when my stuff was gone. Come on, y'all. You can't be putting trouble for tomorrow into the day. Jesus said in John chapter number 6, I think it is, tomorrow has trouble enough for itself. You don't go out and bring trouble into your day that's going to happen on tomorrow. You put it all in his hand. Let me rush along. His friend Eliphaz speaks in chapter 4 with uncomforting words. And 1 through 7 in chapter 5, Eliphaz claims that God is disciplining Job. Job is being disciplined by God for some sin he committed. Now, how do you like that? You in trouble, and the only thing your best friends can come by and say, you a sinner. You had to commit some sin. Because the righteous don't suffer like you suffer. How you know? Who you die for? Where were you when God was working this thing out? Where were you when the enemy was accusing your brother and your sister of living so holy that he couldn't touch them? Don't you understand that accusation? You got them so well protected. And you've already testified how holy they are, and I can't get to them. Satan is asking permission to get to some of you. He's asking it right now. He's in God's face right now, asking for permission to get to some of you. Just keep living holy. I'm going to show you how to get out of that mess. His friend Zophar accuses and urges Job to repent of some sin because in his eyes, the righteous don't suffer. So that's Eliphaz and that's Zophar and Bildad. They're all doing the same thing. Job, you got to sin. You got to sin. You heard, Reverend, pray. What sin you do? You need to repent. What sin you commit? I know you committed some sin. You ain't as righteous as you act like. Yeah, you pray for other folk, then when it come on you, you can't take it yourself. What you do, Job? That's when he told you miserable. I'm so sorry. Don't come by and comfort nobody. You sure look sick. They in the bed by God. You sure look sick. I ain't seen you look this bad in a long time. Lord, your legs shrinking up. Your feet all gone. Your eyes sitting back in your head. You sure look bad. They go out. You sure look like he's finna die. You stay at the hospital visiting people. then he sees a stump with a shoot growing up on it. He cries out in chapter 14, if a man dies. I see the stump. And it's been down there. I saw it 5 years ago when we cut the tree down and rocks start setting in the tree. But now, after a rain, I see a shoot coming up. So if a man dies, can he also live again? He says that after he looks at his friends and said, y'all some sorry, pitiful comforters. Yes. And the only comfort he was able to get was out of nature. Just sometimes tell folk, leave me alone, let me go sit outdoors and just look. If a man, now if that tree, I know that tree did, cut it down, and it's starting to rot. But I see, you may cut the tree, but you better have your roots right. You tell them folk, when some of y'all, excuse me, y'all dye your hair. I ain't putting on no shade, but when you dye your hair, you know what I mean? I'm gonna throw a shade. I'm gonna throw some shade. Y'all dye your hair, and you about 90 years old, well, you about 75 or 80, and all your hair jet black, and I ain't but 67 in mine, gray man, from Ken, we can see what we got, and you jet black. All we got to do is wait a while, just take a round. Wait 2 or 3 weeks and you ain't done nothing. We start seeing that little silver. We see a silver line and you got back there. I was talking to somebody one day and I go, your hair really look nice, always look so nice. I looked a little closer. I saw some silver, so the roots of it will tell the truth. Your roots in Christ ought to be strong. Everything in you might fall off, might die out, but you got something on the inside. And if you stay there long enough, what's on the inside will show up on the outside. So your natural hair color will defeat that guy you put on your head. And then if you don't do nothing to it and stay long enough, that stuff will grow all out, and that red will start turning orange. But the truth is in the room. This goes on, watch this. This type of exchange goes on to chapter 38. I mean, watch this now. I've told you this before. In the book of Job, God brags on Job. For the first 3 chapters, we can see God. He speaks. From chapter around 4 through 38. Close to 35 chapters. Think about a Christian now who's been blessed by God and whom God has bragged about. For 35 chapters in Job, we have his friends talking, trying to figure it out. We have Job talking, trying to figure it out. God ain't said a word. What chapter are you in your life right now? Where are you? Are you in chapter 17? Are you in chapter 37? If you're in 37, hang on just a minute. You coming out. If you're in 17, you got to go for a while. But what you got to do is look at somebody who's in 38. When God started talking to us, see what God did to Job is Job was talking so much, like he knew so much. And God said, who is this that can hide knowledge from the Creator? You're talking a lot, Job, but what you're talking about, here's what I want to know. God, first of all, gives him a creative physics lesson. God bad. You run your mouth and talk like you're so big, bad, like you know everything. But God knows some creative physics. Hey, Joe, you're talking so much, you know so much. I want to ask you a question. Where were you? And can you tell me how I laid the foundation of the world? Can you tell me wherein is the hiding of the waters that I released in the cloud? Can you tell me how I hung the sun, the moon, the stars? Where were you? And then he gives them a biology lesson. Do you know how the goat gives birth up on the rocks? Do you understand how a snake slithers across the rock? Do you understand where the bear hides? Where were you, big mouth? See, you're saved, but you're talking too much. I got your back, but sometimes you got to understand it's all in my hand. I got it all in my hand. I got this and that and this and this and that. I got you in my hand. Sometimes we talk ourselves out of a blessing. If Job had sat there in sackcloth stayed there for a year. He'd have come out in 3 months if he'd have just shut up. What's that woman that sing that song? Shut up! What's the name? Donnie Peoples. Shut up! Sometimes the best thing we can do when we're going through. Watch what Jesus did in Isaiah. And he, like a sheep before the shears, opened not his mouth. Sometimes, when the pressure is on us, and the enemy has attacked us, and the church world and our friends are talking about us, and we can't straighten it out one way or the other, shut up! Let them talk. Let them theorize. Let them syllogize. Let them say what they want to say. But be still and know that I got you now. I got it all in my hands. I'm almost through here. Listen. Then in chapter 41, God letting Job know here in 41 that he controls evil. I'm over it. I'm over it. I can handle the evil. Here's how he does it. He displays his control by talking about the Leviathan and the behemoth, the crocodile and the hippopotamus. The Nile crocodile, 7 feet long for a bag. And they eat people in one swallow. And he talks about a hook in his mouth. That's the only way they can get him. And a spear for the behemoth. That's the hippopotamus. He's the most dangerous animal in Africa. You get in the water, he can bite you in one bite. Don't even want to eat you, just destroy you. He shows him that God is the only one who controls the crocodile and the hippopotamus. Job comes to his senses in 42. Listen, let me turn all the way to 42. I'm going to read this. I'm going to try to sit down because I'm having too much fun. Job 42. Listen. Job's repentance and his restoration takes place in 42. Then, verse 1, Job answered the Lord and said, God asked him all the questions. So now, Job going to say something. He answered the Lord and he said, and that no purpose of yours can be withheld from you. Whatever God wants to do, God is sovereign. He's going to do. He's going to do it in your life and my life too. You and I have to learn how to just release and let God do what he wants to do. As believers who trust God with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength, God is still in control. I don't care what kind of confession you have. God is still in control. He said, you ask, who is this who hides counsel without knowledge? That's why Job was asking his friend. He said, therefore, I have uttered what I did, not understanding, Job said. Things too wonderful for me, which I did not know when God started taking him through those seminary classes. Where were you? Do you know how the world was hung? Do you know how the stars were hung? Do you know how the animals go up on the rocks up in the mountain? He said, where were you? So now listen, please, and let me speak. You say, I will question you, and you shall answer me. Job said, that's what God said. You're going to question me, and I answer. He said, I have heard, this is Job's confession. I have heard of you by the hearing of my ears. I heard about how great you were. He said, but now my eyes see you. Therefore, after seeing you, I detest myself. In the presence of a living God, as pretty as you may think you are, as smart as you may think you are, as debonair and dynamic and cool and smooth you get all the boys or all the girls that you want. When you come face to face, as Moses would say, penny, penny, in the presence of God, you will detest what you are. Because without him, you're nothing. All of Job's possessions, he said that I possess, they are nothing when I look at you. I know I thought I was somebody, but God. Therefore, I abhor myself and repent in dust and ashes. That's what happened when you really get a good view of who you are. And so it was. After the Lord had spoken these words to Job, and the Lord said to Eliphaz, and he said to the others, that if you want to be forgiven for all that you said to my servant, go to him and take a sacrifice and let him offer it up for you. God made Job a priest in their lives. You talked about him. You gave him bad advice. You hurt him. Don't worry about the folk that hurt you when you're down. Don't retaliate. Don't throw rail for rail. You are a solid Christian. And so you're going through something. You don't understand it. So you've been in a situation. You don't know how to get out. Just be still. Let them talk. God will pay them vengeance. Romans said is mine. I will repay, says the Lord. So you've been hurt. Even in church. Somebody did you wrong. Somebody stepped on your whole future. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Be still. Be still. They hurt you. They hurt you deeply. Lied on you. Messed on you. Threw you away like you wasn't under the old bread. Hang in there. God's got something for you. We're about to see what he got for us. And if you be quiet, you'll get there sooner than you will running your mouth about it. Don't get on the phone and tell everybody how the other Christian hurt you, because these were his friends. Fellow Jews. Sometimes fellow Christians can hurt you. So the fact that you've been hurt in church is not an anomaly. How many folk been hurt in church? Raise your hand. Now put your hand down. How many of y'all believe that you hurt somebody in church? Raise your hand. Now put your hand down. So we all in the same boat. Just be still. And so now, listen. God says, go to them. Tell Job to offer this sacrifice. When Job, watch this now, Job's attitude played in this. They came to Job and said, we can't get out except you offer us a sacrifice. Job could have been so mad and upset. I ain't doing nothing for you. You can die and go to Hades if you want to. I ain't helping you. But no, his own deliverance was tied to how he treated his brother. Job offered that sacrifice. Not only were they delivered, but Job was delivered. And whereas he had 500 yoke of oxen, 500 female donkey, he ended up with 1,000 yoke and 1,000 yoke, and then 6,000 camels, and then God blessed him again. He gave him again 7 sons and 3 daughters. Now in this case, something very strange happens. Only the girls' names are brought forth in the Bible. Normally it's the men. The women come in on the man's coattail. But here he talks about the females. And he named them. Listen, one of them was named Dove. Dove is beautiful. One of them named after perfume. Beautiful. He gave them names to represent the beauty that God had brought back in his life for the ashes he had experienced. How's it going to end in your life? You may have to go through a lot of trouble and hurt and pain. Part of Job's trouble did happen because of him. Part of it because he didn't trust God in the midst of the storm like he should have, so he stayed there a little longer. How long are you going to stay in your storm? I don't care how long you stay in it. My concern is how you're coming out of it. When those 3 ships came from Dutchland and crossed the waters to come to discover America, the Mayflower, Pinta, all those ships came on. They didn't all come and make it to our shores in good shape. Some of them ships came limping in. How did you feel when you came out of the wilderness? You may not come out running, but you might come out limping. But just come out. Because the end of Job was twice as good as his start. And so if you have to go through something in your life, I just want to make sure you come out. Amen. If you come out, I don't care what you look like coming out. Your hair might be gone. You might come out with 1 leg, 1 arm, 2 teeth. Just come out. Because God promised he has a restorative power. It's better for you to enter into life halt and man. So what if you lose something in this life? You lost an eye, you lost a leg. Sister, let me tell you a little secret. You got something in glory if you just live right. How long has it been since you've been walking on your own 2 legs? And forgive me for putting you on the spot. How long has it been? A long time, isn't it? But if you strap your feet, watch it, on the shores of glory, and dip your robe,